Hi, I am Hiral. Welcome to our channel Computer Saarthi. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon.
Students, today we are going to learn about storage devices. What is storage devices then? Devices that help us to store data or any work that is done on a computer are called storage devices. The devices which is help us to store our data or our work that we done on the computer system, that device is known as the storage devices. Storage devices or memory units are internal parts of a computer system. Means we can say that storage devices is a one kind of a memory unit that is the internal parts of a computer system. Memory, the data and instructions entered into the computer system through input devices are to be stored inside computer in some storage media. This storage media is known as memory. The data or instruction that is given by user means by us by using the input devices, and that the data and instruction somewhere stored into the computer system, right? That somewhere stored into the computer system, that is known as the memory of the computer system. The computer memory divided into the two parts. The first one is a primary memory and the second one is a secondary memory. And now we are going to talk about the primary memory. Primary memory is the main memory of the computer system which is placed inside the CPU on motherboard. Right? The primary memory is known as the main memory or internal memory of the computer system, and this primary memory is placed on the motherboard of the computer system's CPU. Right? And further, the primary memory divided into the two parts, that is a RAM and ROM. First one is a RAM. RAM stands for Random Access Memory. The full form of the RAM is Random Access Memory. It is used for holding the data temporarily while the computer is working. Means RAM is hold our data for a temporary manner. If our computer is shut down, then the data which is stored into the RAM are erased. Its data gets erased when the computer is switched off. मीन्स जैसे ही कंप्यूटर हम हमारा बंद करेंगे, रैम के अंदर जितना भी डेटा होगा वो सारे डेटा क्या हो जाएंगे, इरेज हो जाएंगे. सपोज ये मान लो कि सडनली हम कुछ काम कर रहे हैं और सडनली पावर कट हो जाता है, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चली जाती है, देन the data which is stored into the RAM, that all the data get erased because the computer system don't having a electricity, computer being switched off. Second one is a ROM. ROM stand for read only memory. The full form of the ROM is read only memory. It holds the instruction given by the manufacturer to operate the computer. ROM having some instruction that is given by the manufacturer to operate our computer system. It is a permanent memory. If our computer is switched off, then also the data which is stored into the ROM is never get to erased. Let's take a look on the secondary memory. Secondary memory is used to store the data permanently. Our secondary memory is used the data in a permanent manner. Its data is not erased even when the computer is switched off. If our computer is switched off, still our data which is stored into the secondary memory is always be there for us. Let's have a look on the storage devices. First one is a hard drive, compact disk, then floppy disk and pen drive, or known as the flash drive or the USB flash drive. Let's take a look on these devices in detail. The first one is a hard drive. It is fitted into the central processing unit, that is CPU. It made of one or two metallic discs, and it stores the large amount of the data into our computer system. Second one is a floppy disk. Stores a small amount of data compared to the hard disk. It is work when we inserted this floppy disk into the computer central processing unit, that is CPU, and the floppy drive is fixed into the CPU. Next one is a compact disk. It stores the more information compared to the floppy disk, but it stores the less data compared to the hard disk. The same way it is also we can use this compact disc by using the CD drive, and this CD drive fits into the central processing unit. Next one is a pen drive. It stores the large amount of that we all are aware with these pins, right? This having a 256 GB or a 1 TB kind of storage data, right? Also known as the flash drive. Works when we inserted it into the USB port. That USB port also fits into our CPU, and it stores the large amount of data, as well as just store the data already, the data which is stored into this flash drive. If we want to remove the data, or we want to change the data, or I want to add some new data, then we can do it in a pen drive. Okay, let me know that the computer having two types of memory, right? Primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory is the main memory of the computer, whereas the primary memory also divided into the RAM and ROM. RAM stand for random access memory, whereas ROM stand for read-only memory. Secondary memory is used to store data permanently, means the secondary memory is used to store data in a permanent manner. Example of the secondary memory are hard disk, CD, that is a compact disk, floppy disk, and the USB flash drive, that is known as the pen drive. Okay, so today we learn about the primary memory, secondary memory, and the examples of the secondary memory. Let's take a look on some keywords. The first one is a RAM. RAM stands for random access memory, which is a temporary memory, or we can say that it is a temporary in nature. Second one is a ROM. It stands for read-only memory, which is a permanent memory. Storage devices. Devices that help us to store data or any work that is done on a computer. The devices which help us to store the data or the work that we already done into the computer system, that storage devices are known as the storage devices. Thank you.
Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon.